If you find yourself in a state of what I call information bloat and mental constipation, you need to ask yourself this one question. Are you ingesting your knowledge and information, or are you actually digesting your knowledge and information? Way before ChatGPT came onto the scene 3 years ago, we were well into the depths of an information overload age. Suddenly you have 47 tabs open, you just listened to 6 podcasts in one day, read 3 articles, and never mind what you scrolled through. Which isn't to say there aren't gems in there, but the problem is when you just ingest them and they go nowhere. You don't act on them, you don't process them. What do people like you and I do about that? Number one, you kind of need to ruthlessly prioritize and define what actually matters to you. And I'll talk about that in another video. But number two, you actually need to give yourself permission to digest. How much can I know? How much do I know? Rather than what do I know and how do I use it for what I need? It sounds simple, but it's not easy. And that's simply giving yourself the permission, the space, and the bandwidth to actually process a thought. The first rule is give yourself permission, carve out some space, make it a time block if that's how you work in your schedule. Actually go over the information and determine what is important and what do I want to think deeply about. Number two is then to completely block getting any more resources, no more facts, no more information, no more news. You don't need any more. And then you actually go deep in thought. And this is where I get offline. This is where you literally need to let your nervous system, your body, and your mind cook together. Go for a walk, cook something, do something with your hands, write it out rather than relying on piling more. I have done this for the past several weeks now, and honestly, the hardest part is giving myself permission to create space to actually digest the thoughts. But we forget that an important part of learning is that processing and that synthesis. And that synthesis is going to be key for us human beings in the age of AI, where there is this technology that can access, surface, and work with and have so much more information than we possibly ever could. So there's no point in competing with the AI to mass hoard information. Where I can and should differentiate myself is in how I use and apply that information that is relevant to me. That is how I am planning on preserving my own cognitive agency.